Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to New York Yankee Mania with Joe Mania. How are you, everyone? I hope you're having a great holiday. I wish I could say it would have been a little bit better, but unfortunately, it was a dud. A typical way for the Yankees to lose, especially on a Sunday afternoon. I mean, this team is so predictable on certain ways that they do things. It's ridiculous. You could just see the game was getting out of their reach, and as usual, can't hit in the clutch, can't hit in the clutch, can't hit in the clutch. Bottom line, the team is it's just unbelievable. I don't know. I don't understand it. Year after year after year, we get new players, new players, new players. I don't think it really matters. They just can't get that guy in from third base, second base. Nothing. Nothing changes. Sunday afternoon game is just about the same story all the time. And it's just ridiculous. And the pitch that Rodon, that he gave up the two home runs to, to Ho there, the park with. I'm sorry, the name is slips me. I'm a little annoyed right now, to be honest with you, because they just. I mean, how do you just groove that ball? I mean, anybody and to Lee. I'm sorry, everyone, but how do you groove that ball? I think any major league hitter, anybody, would have put that ball in the stands. How do you just throw a meatball like that? I mean, give me a break. I mean, I listen. I know we're all human, and I totally understand, but come on. But it's the same story, folks. It really is. I want to give you the line for Rondon had two different pitching games today. He looked great, and that's the problem with him. And then he looks lousy. He went. Let me see. He gave up 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, and the dreaded 2 home runs. Leiter came in what do you call one inning? Actually, I'm sorry. 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 K. Hamilton came in 1 inning, 2 Ks, 2 walks, and to me, the unsung hero of the team right now, pitching wise, Tim Hill is just amazing. He comes in and he just gets you out. He just out after out after out after out, unbelievable. And some there were a couple of bright spots. I mean, obviously, um, Chisholm finally got off the schneid, and he hit a home run. But there wasn't too many positives. I mean, Rice was up 5 times. Yes, he had an RBI and a hit and a strikeout. Judge three at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Bellinger, absolutely nothing. 0 for 4 with the K. Paul had a hit, an RBI, and he had that crucial error, unfortunately, in that inning. Dominguez, 3 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, and a K. JC, 4 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI, 1 K. Cabrera, Oswaldo Cabrera, 3 at bats, zilch. And Austin Wells as a pinch hitter, just came up and absolutely, came up as a pinch hitter, and really nothing happened. So I got to tell you, I mean, you watch it, we love this team, all of us, we do, but it's the same old story. And I with Boone, I don't understand. You got to question why didn't he take him out? He takes everybody out 4-2 in the fifth. Why did he wait so long? He wasn't 100 pitches. Why did he wait so long? I don't. I this is what I question. And I got to tell you another very annoying thing. I don't know if this is bothering you, the fans. It definitely bothers me. I don't mind. I don't mind. There's music and everything. In between the play here and there. But this year, I don't know who gave the okay. But every pitch we have to hear something. I mean, no matter what, the Yankees up or the other team is up. What is this with all this music and these noises and everything? First of all, with that going on, you don't know if the Yankees are the road team or the home team. I don't know if it's bothering you guys, but it's certainly bothering me. I want to give a shout out to Jonathan. How you doing, Jonathan? Thanks for joining in on this holiday day. I don't know, Jonathan. I'll send the question out to you. Does that music in between every pitch bother you? It bothers. I don't know. It's annoying. It's really getting annoying. Every pitch, every pitch. I mean, come on now. I mean, I could see the Yankees having a rally. They're trying to stir up, like "Let's Go Yankees" chant. Fine, but my God, come on, enough already. They have to do something about that, and I think it's time for if you don't like it, I would really love for people to start making some noise about it because no other ballpark does that on every pitch. It's great. And Jonathan says, "I hate it when I go to a game." Yeah, Jonathan, don't worry about it. Listen, nobody's a jinx or anything. It happens. The Yankees have a whammy on them on a Sunday. That's for sure. It just always happens. I don't get it. What's really a bummer, a downer with this right now is they can't get any momentum. They win one, they lose one. They win one, they lose two. They win one, they lose one. They win one, they lose two. Listen, right now they are lucky. They Jonathan's funny, and he sits near a speaker. Oh, great. Um, I'll tell you the truth. I just like to know who gave the okay to do that in every pitch. The Yankees have never done that before. I could see with a rally, I could see the Yankees coming on. You want to run up the fans, but come on now. Every inning, every pitch, everything, we have to hear something. I'm surprised. Well, I guess Michael K's not saying anything because I guess he doesn't want to get in any problems. But listen, we're lucky that nobody has gotten hot in the American League East so far. You had a couple of games where Toronto won a few in a row, but before that they lost three in a row. The Orioles started out okay, and then they took a step backwards. So really, they're lucky at this point, but they can't keep going this way, folks. Yankees have to have some type of run in this. They can't. They cannot rely on. Now they're not even winning the series. They were doing that okay in the beginning, but they're not winning the series anymore. So I don't know what's going on, folks. I really don't. I would like to hear Boone's presser today, and I mean, I guess he wanted to see Rodon going another batter. But if you have a few pitches out there, you might as well bring them in because that's what they're there for. You want Rodon to go with confidence. Not that he gave up the home run and he's back to square one again. And I mean, he was doing really well. He was doing really well. The two errors, well, it was actually one from Paul. The Jeter one, that could have gone either way. That should have been a hit, which it was. But the first base, he didn't get the glove down in time. Okay, but I mean, you can't crucify the guy because he's been great defense, great hitting, great situational hitting. He hits sac flies. How can there's nothing you can say about that. What I can say is for the rest of the team, they're not patient. They're swinging at, it's so obvious what the game plan is. Throw the ball and throw the ball low, and the Yankee hitters are going for it, and they do. All right, I'm not going to take anything away from a couple of the pitches. They did have some good movement, but geez, leave the lows alone. What are you going to do with that? Not everybody's Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra used to hit like that. He used to hit home runs. Yeah, but it's 1 in a million. You can't hit the ball from the ground. We all know that. We're not playing golf here. So come on. Let's steady up and we're gonna have to move forward. Obviously, now we finally see American League teams. I'm very surprised the Yankees usually do well against the National League. The Giants are good, but I mean, listen, they're not as good as the Dodgers. They're not as good as the Padres. They're probably not as good as the Mets. So the Yankees should have won this series. There's no question in my mind. Are they starting the pattern again not to win at home? That's another thing we have to talk about. How all of a sudden the Yankees have become a road team and they can't win at home or can't win series at home? Yeah, they won the opening series. Well, thank you. The Milwaukee's terrible pitching for those 3 games, basically. But, you pitch halfway decent. You beat the Yankees in Yankee Stadium at their own game. I mean, come on. You can't have this. You definitely cannot have this. I'm sorry that I'm sounding pessimistic today, but I saw things again that I don't like, and the Yankees just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. The same as always. It just doesn't change. Doesn't change. Um, so again, some positive Ben Rice to cover off the ball. Dominguez, yes, he had the double, but patience at the plate. Volpe was okay. It's still too much swinging and missing. So it's just a matter of uh, just go out there and meet the ball and relax. Just play your game. Don't let them play their game. You got to play your game. And there's just no situational hitting. There's no. You have a man on first. Try to steal. Try to go to first or third. I'll only give it a pass if, I mean, obviously Aaron Judge is up. I get it. Giancarlo Stanton, when he's in the lineup, I get it. But with other guys in the lineup, let's try it. Let's try it. I mean, I know Chaz Chisholm, he's been striking out a ton, so you can't really go, maybe go fast. But you got to try something. You have to. Yankees sit like this for let's say the next 60 games, folks. They ain't winning the division. I can tell you that because there is going to be 1 or 2 teams that's going to come out and they're going to start playing good ball. Maybe it's the weather, but today there was no problem. We had a full stadium there. The weather wasn't too bad. I mean, no, it's not 90 degrees or 80 degrees, but the weather is still good enough, a lot better than what the Yankees were experiencing. So that's a lot of my comments. I mean, this was such a winnable game, very, very winnable game. Jonathan states I wanted Lee and a trade Torres at the years ago. Yeah, definitely, no question about it. Torres, he's a blast of the past. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Chasm is way better with a lot more potential. Gleyber Torres is one-dimensional. He's going to go for the home run, but he's definitely going to be swinging down, low, inside, outside with no patience. He doesn't hustle. When he decides he wants to play, he'll play. So we don't. That's a story for another day. That's over with. Water under the bridge now. But in all honesty, everyone, I mean, it's kind of hard to be a positive thinker in today's game because they're just not hitting in the clutch, and the defense again came to bite them, and you know what, and they can't have this. They just can't have this. And and again, I know some more people have joined us. I was mentioning everyone. I'd like for you to make a comment. What do you guys think about all of a sudden this year? There is noise on every pitch. Rather the Yankees are up or the visiting team is up. It's quite annoying. Every pitch, there's got to be some type of noise. Either it's the organ, or it's a shout out, or it's a clap. It's something. The Yankees have never done it like that before. I mean, like I said a few minutes ago, yeah, I don't mind. Yankees are up, and you're rah-rahing the team. Let's go Yankees with that chant. Fine, but every pitch, it's got to be this. It's got to be that. And this noise and that noise. That is bothersome. And I'll be honest with you, I'm sure it's bothering Michael Kay, but he's not saying it. I'm not saying this is a big thing, but it's something that if you're listening to the announcers and you want to hear what they're saying, you always have that in the background all of a sudden. Why? Why are they doing that? And who okayed that? But anyway, again, that's for another time. I would love to hear comments. Um, Jonathan says the noise takes away from the game. I enjoyed the game better in the '90s. Yes, 100%. They played when the Yankees did something. They would play some fancy music, scoring a run, and you don't mind the noise when they score a run, and they've been doing that same noise for a long time, or you get dun 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 dun. You don't mind that, but come on, either they're playing an Italian song, which is fine, nothing against Italian songs, but I'm just trying to bring out a point. It's too much. It's too much. I mean, from they went from nothing to medium, a medium, and now way too much noise. Way too much noise. I'm sorry. And it's just really the way I feel. The big siren all the time is too much. Yes, 100%. I see people in the chat. Everyone, please give us your comments. I'd really like to know if all the noises is bothering you. Do you think it bothers the players, the pitching? Again, you don't mind a little bit, but they're way over exaggerating now. You can't go every bat. Anyway, to go on to other things. Ben Rice is hitting the ball very hard. Very proud of him. Yankee Stadium feels like it's under hurricane watch. It's possible. I don't doubt it. I'm going to go very soon, go experience a few games and maybe report live from there. And it should be a lot of fun. But, they gotta start thinking of, a few things. And the Boone strategy today, I know I had gotten texts before we went on the air. Boone doesn't know what he's doing. Typical Boone, typical Yankees. I just say to all that, hit in the clutch. Hit in the clutch. That's what they do not do. And you're not going to win a World Series if you can't hit in the clutch. That's going to be a saying of mine until it comes out of everybody's ears and goes into Cashman's ears and everybody else. Listen, nobody loves the Yankees more than me. And I am just being honest and critical. If they were playing well, I'd be rejoicing and going absolutely crazy about it. As you know I can get loud. I I enjoy. I love when the Yankees win. I love when they do something well. But listen, you got to take your lumps. If you're not doing well, you just have to take those lumps. But in the meantime, to just reiterate, well, tomorrow night we'll have Will Warren going against Kansas City, and I believe he's going up against the ex Met. So that should be an interesting game. And again, they definitely need some clutch hitting. Hey, shout out to Sean Browning. Rodon was dealing, and then we capitalized on a couple of opportunities. We would have won if we would have. Yes, you're right. And the siren does get annoying. Yes, I agree with that. The two strike siren, Sean, doesn't really bother me too much. That's okay. It's all the other noises. I mean, it's the first pitch of the game. As soon as it's thrown, whatever you get, blah 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 blah, whatever, and then the second pitch you get something else, and then if it's two strikes you get the siren. Then you go to in between the batter. I mean, could you take a little rest? I believe that this was told because the organist is fantastic. He's been with the Yankees for a long, long time. There must have been something that came down that said, keep it occupied on every pitch. But there's no way you're going to convince me that this is good. And obviously they've never done it in the past. I hope everybody, by the way, I hope this doesn't bother your holiday weekend for Hanukkah, for Palm Sunday. Next week, next Sunday, of course, is Easter Sunday, and also a Greek Easter. So I want to wish everybody happy holidays, and having good fun with family and friends. Nothing like it, everyone. That's what family comes first. Family's out there, and it's so beautiful to be around the table, then go to the TV, watch a Yankee game, watch something together. It's totally awesome. So by that, always count your blessings that we're all here and we're healthy for the most part, and and having fun. So, I mean, listen, we get upset and everything. We always got to remember this is just a game, and it's a game that we love, that we have in our blood. A lot of our viewers here, it is in their blood. Hey, listen, they told me that when I was born, I said mommy and I said Yankees. So that could tell you what that was all about. Plus, of course, the year that I was born, the Yankees won the World Series. So maybe I go back being born again, and we can win the World Series. What do you think? So yeah, Sean, thank you. The same to you and your family. Happy Easter and happy Passover to everyone that's in the chat. I know, being the fact it's a holiday, I don't want to keep the chat too long. I don't want to take you away from friends and family. But what I do want you to do is tell those friends and family that if they are interested in the Yankees, to please come on, say hello, subscribe, push the like button. It means so much to us and where we want to go with this show. So, for Sunday again, it's typical way the Yankees play on a Sunday. But listen, we got to go with it. Now we finally have some night games. The Yankees typically don't play well on weekdays. Sometimes on the daytimes. So let's start fresh. Tomorrow I will be on before the pregame. So we're looking around 6:15 or so. If anything develops of importance, I will definitely come on and give a preview what's going on. You'll always know, have Yankee news and Yankee happenings, but you have to subscribe. You have to let YouTube know that you want to be part of New York Yankee Mania. And I really, really appreciate. We're going into our second full week. It's been amazing. I love coming on. You people have been wonderful. Want to keep doing it, and you're going to be rewarded by coming on with me, coming on with our co-host, talking about what you like to talk about with the Yankees. The good, the bad, the indifferent, the ugly, you name it. As long as, like I always say, be clean, be responsible to your fellow. Yankee lovers, and we all get well. No foul language, nothing like that. There's no need for it, and I appreciate it. And I know this group that we have so far has been amazing, and I want to thank everybody for that. So in closing, everyone, I just want to say thank you again, and be well. Keep enjoying your holiday weekend. We will see you tomorrow. I'm hoping that you all come back, and it'll be and we'll talk about tomorrow's game, tomorrow's lineups, the pitching matchups, and what to look for if there was any player developments, and stuff, and things like that. So a lot to take in. Unfortunately, is the Yankee lost today. But we come back tomorrow. We have a good chance to stay in first place. But of course, it's way early in the season to follow if you're in first place or in the wild card. But it's just nice to know you put the game on, and they're in first. Yes, Jonathan Carrasco goes tomorrow, so I guess we got to say our prayers. This might be do or die for him, one way or the other. If he gets trounced around, I wouldn't bet that he would be DFA'd later on, right after the game, and they probably pull Clark Smith in there for his Wednesday start. But knowing the Yankees, they'll probably announce Clark Smith on Tuesday, but you never know. There could be a move or two. They have to shake a few things up. We've got to get Bellinger going. Chaz, hopefully that home run will start him up. And Bellinger just needs a good game, a single, a double, maybe a home run. He needs one of those games to get back on track. The same thing with Dominguez. You can't have 7 or 8 guys in a slump and expect to win the game. It's just not going to happen. It's going to fall that your pitchers are going to go into a slump, or they're going to make one bad pitch, and it's a 3-run homer, or just like it was tonight. But what we have to do is tighten that defense, as we all know. Things happen. Yes, we're all human. We will make mistakes. You learn from the mistakes. I do not blame Paulie G I mean, it happened. It's 1 in a million, but look at all the plays that he saved, errors. He's made incredible behind the back plays by the dugout, by the stands. So I'm not gonna crucify him for that. I'm not gonna crucify either Anthony Volpe for that little ground ball. That could have gone either way. You had to be flip on that, and it just went under his glove. So, well, with that in mind, everyone, again, go and enjoy. We've talked a little bit here. We've been on for about 30 minutes. So I appreciate all of you. Again, the like button, very important. Tell all your friends, family, Yankee fans, you name it, to subscribe, and you won't miss a thing, I promise. When there's breaking news, you're going to know about it ASAP. That I give you our word here. And you're going to hear all good news here, one way or the other. Sometimes I go into a little rant because, I love the Yankees probably more than you can ever imagine. So I get into it as a fan. Sometimes it's good as a broadcaster, as a podcaster. You want to voice your opinions. I'm not the only one that does that, and that's for any stream. It could be in comedy. It could be, if you got something to say, as long as it makes sense and it's worthwhile, great. Anyway, everyone, again, enjoy your holiday Sunday. Happy Passover. Happy Palm Sunday to everyone. Enjoy the family. We will see you tomorrow at around 6:15 before the Yankees play Kansas City at Yankee Stadium. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening and good night.